Hi there, buddies. I am Layla Stella. Welcome back to Everyday English, your go-to podcast for helpful advice on improving your English and, to be honest, your life in general, one little step at a time. The strength of consistency is the main topic of today's program. The key to success in any endeavor, be it studying English, improving your physical fitness, or learning a new skill, is consistency. Stay put if you have ever been annoyed by slow progress or been inspired one day and then totally demotivated the next. We will explore why consistently showing up, even when you do not feel like it, eventually results in huge victories. I will provide doable tactics, real-world examples, and a motivational tale that demonstrates you do not require energy spikes. You must put out consistent everyday effort. Take out your notebook, settle in, and let us get started. What does consistency mean? First and foremost, let us make sure that we all understand what consistency implies. Simply put, consistency. Doing something repeatedly over time without taking a break. It is not about being flawless. There is more to it than never missing a day. It is about consistently turning up, regardless of how you do it, how exhausted you are, or whether you do not see results right away. The regular drip that fills the glass, not the unexpected flood, is consistency. The important thing is that a perfect streak is not necessary. You must work consistently. Why only motivation is insufficient? The feeling of motivation is familiar to all. You awaken feeling invigorated. Perhaps you just got a restful night's sleep or saw an inspirational movie. You believe that I will finally achieve my objectives today. After that, life occurs. The spark fades as you become preoccupied, exhausted, and put things off. Like the weather, motivation fluctuates. Rain or shine, consistency is your umbrella that keeps you going. Motivation fluctuates. Even when motivation wanes, consistency endures. Motivation on its own, without consistency, results in dissatisfaction, sporadic starts and ends, and little progress. You gain momentum, abilities, and habits by being consistent. Providing examples. Consistency with real-world instances. Let us examine 3 distinct instances that demonstrate how consistent behavior, no matter how minor, over time produces significant results. Daily listening can help you learn English. Consider a pair of individuals. Learner A spends 15 to 20 minutes each day listening to English language podcasts. Learner B spends an hour listening once every 2 weeks. Who do you believe has a better understanding now that 3 months have passed? Who is the more fluent speaker? Because it just takes 20 minutes a day to teach your brain's ear to the language, Learner A, gradually, you get better at understanding, and before you realize it, English becomes second nature. Your ears will get accustomed to the English language if you listen to it for 15 to 20 minutes each day. Your speaking gradually improves as you comprehend more words. Easy daily push-ups to build muscle. You perform 10 push-ups on the first day. Another 10 on day 2. You continue doing this for 30 days. That is like performing 100 push-ups in one day and then not doing any for weeks. Which method develops muscle? Every time, the daily 10 push-up routine prevails. You prevent burnout, your body adjusts, and your strength progressively grows. Preparing for an exam. Cramming versus bit by bit. You can pass the test by cramming the night before, but how much do you actually remember? Now contrast that with studying for 20 minutes every day for a week. Because your brain has had time to comprehend and store knowledge in long-term memory, you will be able to recall concepts much more effortlessly. The drop of water. Analogy. The metaphor of the glass of water is one of my favorite ways to represent consistency. Take a glass of water, for example. Each day, you add 1 drop of water to the glass. You hardly notice any change at first. However, the water level rises day after day, drop after drop, until it overflows. That is precisely how consistency functions. Little things that do not seem like much add up to big things. This holds true for learning a language, getting in shape, taking up artistic pursuits, or achieving anything else you set out to do. Consistency in order to succeed and grow. Why is consistency so important? These are a few of the most significant advantages. Creates enduring behaviors. Regular practice teaches the body and mind to do things automatically, such as cleaning your teeth. Encourages tolerance. Teaches you that growth is frequently gradual. Frustration is decreased by this way of thinking. Increases self-assurance. Every day that is finished is a victory. Yes, I can do this, you begin to say. I have been doing it every day for 10 days. Lessens tension. A task feels less daunting as it becomes routine. Creates momentum. Every steady day generates energy, making subsequent days easier, much like a train accelerating. The majority of positive things in life require time. Motivation versus consistency. Let us be clear. There is a lot of motivation. It helps you get going. But perseverance keeps you going. You must rely on routines, habits, and discipline when your motivation wanes, which it will eventually. Motivation fluctuates. Even when motivation wanes, consistency endures. Picture waking up feeling worn out. There is no motivation. You will still show up if you have a regular routine, such as listening to English for 20 minutes at morning. You persevere because of the habit. Advantages of using consistent terminology. Studying. Consistency offers these special advantages, especially for English language learners. Steady ability. Better. Frequent practice gradually improves speaking, listening, grammar, and vocabulary. Improved self-control. Improved focus and time management result from learning to engineer little victories each day. Increasing confidence in oneself. You demonstrate to yourself that you can persevere with this every day that you follow through. Creation of habits. It becomes as automatic as checking your phone to practice your English. Useful advice for preserving consistency. Let us move on to practical tactics. These 7 useful suggestions will help you maintain consistency. First tip. Begin with a modest goal of 5 to 10 minutes each day. You are more likely to persevere and it is less daunting. Increase the time progressively after it becomes effortless. 2. Create a plan. Make a straightforward weekly plan. Listen to a podcast on Monday. Read a paragraph on Tuesday. Talk aloud on Wednesday. Decision fatigue is eliminated when one knows exactly what to do. Third tip, decide on a set time. Combine your practice with a routine that already exists. Before bed, during your commute, or after breakfast. Cues are the lifeblood of consistency. The fourth tip. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb, find a peaceful place, cut out any outside distractions, and concentrate only on your exercise. Consistency is sustainable in a tranquil setting. The fifth tip. Monitor your progress. Make use of a calendar, app, or habit tracker. Make a note of each practice day you finish. Seeing a series of check marks encourages you to stick with it. Sixth tip, give yourself a reward. Honor little accomplishments. Give yourself a quick break or your favorite coffee after 7 days of listening. Positive behavior is reinforced by rewards. The seventh tip. Buddy. Find a practice partner online or join a study group. Consistency is enhanced by accountability. You are more likely to show up if you know someone is counting on you. Conquering typical obstacles. Maintaining a schedule might be difficult, even with these suggestions. Let us discuss the most typical obstacles and how to get beyond them. Challenge A, the remedy to boredom. Change up the materials you use. Alternate between articles, interactive apps, podcasts, and brief videos. Do not let it go bad. Challenge B, energy-efficient solution. Participate in a micro-practice. Only 5 minutes. It is always preferable to have something than nothing. Once you get going, you will often discover that you have more energy to keep going. Solution for Challenge C: Distractions. Put a timer on. Decide to give that little window your whole attention. If necessary, switch to airplane mode or use website blockers. Challenge D: The solution to the temptation to quit. Keep in mind your motivation. Put your motivation, travel, career advancement, and self-confidence in writing, and go back to it whenever you want to give up. Establishing the regularity. Chain. Do not break the chain is an effective method. This is how it operates. Record each day you finish your practice on a calendar, either digital or analog. You create a series of days that are filled in. Avoiding breaking that chain becomes your objective. Your motivation to continue the chain increases with its length. That little psychological prod can help you persevere because one missed day seems like a dent in your progress. Let me tell you a little tale. Miguel, a listener, was constantly trying to get better at English. He experimented with weekend study sessions but observed no long-term results. He then made a commitment to spend just 10 minutes each morning listening to an English language podcast. Neither more nor less. Miguel's comprehension had exploded after 6 months. He said nonchalantly, "I did not study for hours. Simply said, I was reliable." That is what changed things. The truth is echoed in his words. Little daily routines outperform large, irregular endeavors. Particular constancy. Advice for those learning English. Here are some suggestions tailored to English language learners to help you remember this. Every day, spend 15 to 20 minutes listening. News, YouTube, or podcasts. Speaking every day, 5 minutes. Describe your day in your own words. 10 minutes a day for reading. A brief tale or news piece. Writing 2 to 3 sentences per day. One new thing you learned, journal. Error. Accept. When you make mistakes, keep going. They serve as stepping stones for you. Include these in a daily regimen of 15 to 30 minutes. You will see consistent progress and an increase in self-assurance. Patience is necessary for perseverance, perspective consistency, and patience. From day to day, progress may seem gradual and occasionally indiscernible. Consider it similar to watering a plant. Growth does not happen instantly, but over the course of weeks, roots fortify and leaves appear. Daily repetition of tiny efforts adds up to success. Maintain that viewpoint. Enjoy every little victory. These small victories build up to significant accomplishments over time. Your challenge to consistency for 7 days. Are you up for a true challenge? Let us pledge to be consistent for a week. Monday is the first day. Listen to a 15-minute podcast. Tuesday is the second day. Read for at least 10 minutes. Speaking for 5 minutes. Wednesday is the third day. Listening day, 15-minute podcast. Today is day 4. 10 minutes of reading and journaling. 3 phrases. Friday is the 5th day. Listen to a 15-minute podcast today. 6th, Saturday. Read for at least 10 minutes. Speaking for 5 minutes. Sunday is the 7th day. Think, go over your chain, and treat yourself. Put a mark on your tracker for every day. Take note of your feelings at the conclusion of the week. More assured? Feeling more at ease with English phonemes? That is the effectiveness of constancy in action. Final thoughts and words of support. Okay, great folks. This concludes our in-depth discussion of the value of consistency for today. We discussed the real meaning of consistency, which appears over and time again. Why motivation is insufficient on its own. 3 commonplace instances. Push-ups, studying, listening in English, and the water drop simile. Important advantages for language and life development. Here are 7 doable strategies to maintain consistency. How to get beyond typical obstacles. Not breaking the chain method. Miguel's motivational 10-minute habit narrative. A detailed 7-day schedule for maintaining English uniformity. What will you do next? Put a modest habit on your calendar, like listening to English for 10 minutes tomorrow morning. Make use of a tracker. After celebrating your victory, go forward. Keep in mind that everyday repetition of tiny efforts yields significant outcomes. At this moment, you hold the power. Remain persistent, patient, and have faith in the process. Please like, subscribe, and share this episode with a buddy who needs a consistency boost if you liked it. Additionally, leave a comment describing a modest habit you have decided to adopt. Let us support one another with your consistent daily English. I sincerely appreciate you listening to Everyday English. I am Layla Stella, and I want to remind you that success is a marathon of little steps rather than a sprint. Continue on, and I will see you in the upcoming episode.